Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Historical Lights Nightly Chat and Toast. I'm Alex Powers, and we've got with us our co-host, Brother Robert Marshall from down in Waco. How you doing, brother?
Doing well down here.
Fantastic. How's the weather down there today, man?
Pretty nice weather today. Not
Sweet.
too hot, a little bit of a breeze. It's perfect.
Yeah, same here. It was another very nice day. Kind of like yesterday. Had some clouds, but nothing really came of it. Stayed really nice. Thought it was kind of cool. My wife's been getting into all the outdoorsy stuff, obviously, this time of year. She put up a bird feeder and then just recently put up a hummingbird feeder. And we're sitting here on a work call today, and I look up and we saw our first hummingbird hovering out there, a green metallic looking deal. But I thought that was pretty cool.
Nice. I've got a couple of hummingbird feeders down at the lake house, and we usually see them when we're there. That's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, growing up, my mom used to have, usually I think two or three of them around. We'd see hummingbirds quite a bit, but I was thinking about it, I was like, man, I haven't seen a hummingbird in years. So I was kind of worried they wouldn't come around, but seeing one today was a good sign of hope. So hopefully we get some more.
Yeah, if you put it out there, they'll find it.
It's funny how that happens, man. And they tell all their friends.
It's the same thing. If you'll take a big glass jar and fill it with lapel pins and hang it on the on your porch, if you go out there around dusk each night, you'll see Masons just gathered around it, staring at it.
That's right. Probably a whole bunch of past masters sitting out there, going to town.
That's right. I don't have that one. Do you have that one? I wonder where you got that one.
Exactly.
Which Grandmaster was that logo?
All right, finally getting the live pulled up here so I can see some comments. It was put in a weird place tonight. So we've got a bunch of you guys joining in, as always, man. Appreciate you guys keeping up with us every night. It's a joy to be able to provide this platform to have everybody come in and spend some time each night together. So really, really appreciate you guys. Let's see who we got on here commenting so far. We've got Brother Justin Staley, of course, Brother Michael Cisco, Brother John Green, Thomas Bowen, my wife, of course. Thank you so much for getting everything shared out. So if you didn't see this directly on the Historical Light page, you found us through one of the groups or whatever, that's through my wife's effort. So appreciate you getting that shared out so more and more people can see what's going on. See who else we got in here. Brother Marvin Fletcher, Brother Bill Kuntz, John Green, Chauncey Boyd joining us again. Most Worshipful Borum, Brother Allen, Brother Garber, Brother Tufts with us, Brother Neely, Brother Mark up in Nebraska, all kinds of guys. Awesome. Good night. Fantastic. And of course, we got Brother Shane Wolf in here commenting, love the Victrola. So you guys will see the third video we got popped up. Now, this isn't the first time I've shared the Victrola. We bought that thing a few months back now, just kind of on a whim. I was, shared the funny little story that I actually wanted to get one of the old tube radios and been looking around and kind of a stupid moment dawned upon me that, well, even when I buy it, it's not going to play the old music unless I hack it up and put some kind of like a Bluetooth in it or something. So then my efforts kind of switched over to an old record player because, we're always going through the antique shops and we see records quite often. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to get something like this, and as we find these old records to share some family time and listen to them. But I've been pleasantly surprised to be able to find a few Masonic ones. Of course, I wasn't so surprised to find the Mozart record that I shared with you guys recently, being more of a very popular song. But tonight's share, I was extremely surprised to find this is actually a Masonic address recorded in 1913, which is totally appropriate to be playing it on a 1913 Victor Victrola. So let's see, we're at 8:51. We're going to go ahead and jump down there. Now, it's two-sided, so we're going to do the first half tonight, and then we'll pick up tomorrow night with side B. So if you want to hear the whole address, you have to join us both nights. That's how we tie in. Gotcha. All right, hold on for a sec. I'm going to jump down there Robert, if you want to keep them busy, I'll be right back.
Oh, I get to say something? Well, I'm looking forward to hearing this. I don't know if you mentioned it just now, but I think I saw before that it's a speech from 1913. Pretty interesting time in the American Masonic timeline. It was right at the beginning of the largest boom in Masonic membership in the United States. We had gone through a lull in the late 1800s, where if you look through minutes and Masonic journals, you find across the country mentions of things like, we're going to disappear if things don't change, we're just going to be a part of history books, a lot of the same rhetoric you hear these days. And then World War I hit, and the Roaring Twenties, and a combination of those two things really saw Freemasonry launch into an era that was unlike any it had ever seen, and really unlike any it has seen since. Even the post-World War II era really did not match the World War I and post-World War I era in terms of membership generation. I know my lodge had 1,000 degrees per year in the late teens. So in 1913, at the time this speech was given, things had just started to kind of come back to life, but it wasn't in the way that it would 5 to 6 years later. It was still not sure where things were going, and only slowly growing, if at all, depending on the jurisdiction.
All right, well, we are down here at the Victrola. I've got her cranked up and ready to go, got a fresh needle in it, so I'm gonna swap the camera over and let you enjoy.
Fraternities of men have existed in some shape or form during every period of the world's history. Doubtless, in the primitive ages, it became apparent that mutual protection would afford the greatest security against the unbroken forces of nature and the evil nature of man, and secure sympathy, support, and protection to those whose bond of union was made a common cause. Hence originated Masonry. The origin of Masonry, like other historical transactions, lies buried in the gloom of obscurity. Its philosophy may be traced to the remotest ages of the world. Its symbols are older than the Temple of Solomon, and antedate the Pentateuch of Moses. Its ceremonials were practiced in the ancient mystery when Egypt stood as the first and the most enlightened power of the then known world. Its tenets were known to the nomadic tribes of the East and transmitted from father to son, generation after generation, so that even today the Bedouin of the desert recognizes the hail of the trust. The mission of Masonry is to curb intemperate passion and to reconcile conflicting interests, to extend to nations those principles of humanity and benevolence which should actuate individuals, to destroy the pride of conquest and the pomp of war, to annihilate local prejudices and unreasonable partiality, to banish from the world every source of enmity and hostility, and to introduce those social feelings which are better calculated to preserve peace and good order than penal laws and political regulations. The advantages which mankind in general reap from this mass society are beyond calculation. Its blessings are confined to no country, but are diffused to the institutions throughout the world. Men of all languages, of all religions, of the remotest nations, and of every habit and opinion are united in a bond of brotherly affection. A Mason is at home in every country and with his friends in every clime. What society, other than our own, can mix the broad coast? We know no foreign man. On the plane of Masonry, we only know God and man. We know positively no race instinct. We know no royal blood or petty stuff. We know no Caucasian whiteness nor Ethiopian darkness. We know only man, men of wealth and simple toil, philosophers and men of low degree, royal heirs and hard-handed peasants, meet here on common ground as brothers, and God is Father of them all. Live forever, thou genius. Bring light and gladness, toleration and rational liberty to those who dwell in darkness and stupidity. Teach the billions yet unborn thy faith, thy hope, thy death.
All right, let me jump up to the upstairs computer. One sec. Well, I thought that was pretty cool, man. That was the first time I've listened to it all the way through. What were your thoughts, Robert?
Sounded pretty cool. Sounded like good quality. I really couldn't understand him, but I could tell that if I were there, I'd be able to understand him fine.
Yeah, so it was recorded in 1913 in New York by past Grand Master, current Grand Secretary at the time. Apologize, I don't have the name up in front of me, but if you look at the post of this, the picture of the album is on there. But I thought it was really, really cool. I don't know if it bled through for you guys, but as I'm listening down there, I can obviously hear the Victrola in front of me, but I've got the sound coming out of the laptop in there, and it's got that really like megaphone echo to it. And it could just totally put me in the time of, being in that crowd that he was addressing in person. Man, just to hear it in real life like that versus, reading an old address is really something special, I think. I would love to find more like this from way back in the day and hear them in person like this. I think it's outstanding. Well, Brother Robert, what are you toasting with this evening?
I've got another black lime sequence from, what's the name of it? Dogfish Head Brewery in Delaware.
Fantastic. Which toasting is there? Is that the same mug?
This is the flagon that was made for me by
Nice.
Brother Tom McGuire at Fossil Bluff.
Good old Fossil Bluff, making good stuff. Love it. Well, I'm still toasting with the Craftsman's Apron Memento Mori glass from Brother Craddock. And I'm going again with this Banker's Note tonight. I actually think it's pretty tasty, so we're giving it a whirl once again. Well, Brother Marshall, it is 9 o'clock. Would you care to give us our toast this evening?
Sure. I'll just go with the traditional in honor and memory of the absent brethren.
The absent brethren. Cheers.
Cheers.
Fantastic. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed joining us this evening again for another series of these nightly chats and toasts with Historical Light. We're going to keep these up, and as you heard tonight, we did the first half of that record. Tomorrow night, if you join us again, we're going to flip it over, do side B. So if you want to hear the rest of the address, tune in tomorrow, 8:45 Central Standard Time. We'll chat with the brothers, share a little bit of that history, and of course, end it off with 9 p.m. toast. So keep joining us right here until tomorrow, guys. Be safe out there, be well, and take time to save some history. See you guys tomorrow. Cheers.